Welcome to the Cinema Gold Show. I'm your host, Larry Leese. Today we're looking at the latest movie and TV news from around the industry. First, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Poddex, for sponsoring this episode. Poddex are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. So whether you're a new podcaster or existing broadcaster looking to grow your audience or get more engagement, check out poddex.com and use the promo code Larry21 for 10% off your first order. That's LARRY 21 for 10% off your first order. And now, thanks for watching. Our first main topic is going to be Shang-Chi gets an early IMAX fan screening. Fans looking to catch an early screening on Marvel Studios' Legend of the Ten Rings now has the opportunity to do so thanks to IMAX. While the movie is slated for a wide release on September 3rd, fans in select cities across the United States and Canada can catch an IMAX screening of Marvel's latest film on Wednesday, August 18th at 7 p.m. There's over a handful of cities from Atlanta, Georgia, all the way to New York, San Diego, San Francisco, San Jose. You can find the full list of cities at cbr.com. Shang-Chi is the second film in Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe and centers on the eponymous martial arts master who's forced to confront his past in order to carve his future. It's been described as a cross between a classic kung fu film and a family drama, while still being funny. What Marvel movies have done is they like to change things up. They push the limits within the world that they've created. But there's still a cohesiveness to the world that they're creating too, so it still makes sense. Notably, this movie will be the first Marvel Studios film to receive a 45-day theatrical window before premiering on Disney+. Conversely, its predecessor Black Widow received a hybrid release, arriving in theaters and on Disney+ Premier Access the same day. As we previously stated, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings arrives in theaters on September 3rd, so check it out on release date. And our final topic, big news when it comes to New York Comic Con. They are now going to require masks and proof of vaccination. New York Comic Con is requiring masks and proof of vaccination for this year's upcoming event. October is still the month for the festivities to kick off, and they're trying to give guests plenty of runway to get their health requirements in order. Festival, concerts, and other live events are starting to require these measures as the Delta variant continues to gain steam in the U.S. For guests under the age of 12, they won't have to get the vaccine, but they will have to present a negative test to be a part of the New York Comic Con. According to Comic-Con officials on Twitter, quote, they said, check out these important updates to our health and safety guidelines for New York City Comic-Con 2021. And as always, thank you for your patience and understanding as we navigate the safe return of New York Comic-Con. We strongly encourage you to read through and bookmark our guidelines at NYCC21.com/safety. In a letter to the entire New York Comic-Con community, the organizers had more to say about how things would be going down. Quote, in order to provide the safest event possible, we will be requiring everyone attending New York Comic-Con to provide proof of full vaccination with an FDA or WHO approved vaccine for all attendees ages 12 years old and up, proof of a negative antigen or PCE COVID-19 test for anyone under the age of 12. Earlier this year, ReedPop's U.S. Comic Portfolio Director, Christina Rogers, had some words to say when it came to keeping everyone safe. Quote, to give you a peek behind the curtain, event folks have to plan 6 to 9 months down the road. We must put ourselves forward from where we are today into where we think we may be tomorrow and continue to make the next best decisions. She continued by saying, right now we see a path forward for safe, amazing events that are going to look a bit different than usual. So that's where we're heading. Keep in mind what we communicate is subject to change as state and local guidelines are adjusted. And if you're planning on attending, be sure to stay connected with NYCC through their social media channels, websites, and email newsletter releases. And that is all we have for this episode of the Cinema Gold Show. Let us know your thoughts on the topics we covered by sending us a tweet at Cinema Gold Show. And if you want to support the show, you can join our Patreon, which is right up there. Or you can buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/cinemagold. Your support helps the show grow and keep the lights on. And we'd also like to thank again Poddex for sponsoring this episode. Check them out today at poddex.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.